Hi, my name's Neil. Welcome to Recto for You. Today we're going to be doing a channel first. A few months ago I was contacted by a guy called Dan. Now it's just before Christmas he contacted me and he said, can I look at his Mac? Now I've never looked at a classic Mac before. It's one of the old school Macs with the CRTs. I said, yeah, I'm willing to, but of course at the moment I'm rather busy with other projects. So he said, no problem, I'll wait. So a few months passed, etc. And I finally messaged him and said, let's have a look at this Mac now. So he dropped it off to me and he was doing strange things. It wasn't working at all, no display, nothing. It was making strange noises, as you will see in the video. Now, I haven't worked on one of these Macs before, so it's a learning experience for me. Since then, I've learned quite a lot about the things. And they are quite a joy to work on. I quite actually enjoy these, so hopefully we'll be doing more in future videos. Now, I warn you now, it does include the CRT, so if you never discharged a CRT before, I don't suggest you open one up, because if you don't, this could happen here. So, jokes aside, it is a dangerous thing and you should take care while in there. Let's see, after the short intro, whether or not we can get this Macintosh working. Let's crack on. Hi, welcome. Today I've had to change my setup a bit because work on this Mac. Now, it's sent in to me from somebody who watches a YouTube channel. So they said, can you have a look at this? Because it's just doing strange things. It's not working at all. And I thought, why not? Let's do something different because I've not done a Mac before. We've been doing a lot of Amigas recently and lots of other Commodores. So let's have a go at this Mac. I mean, I do like the things anyway. They look quite cool, don't they? So what we're going to do first, obviously, is apply some power to it and just have a look what he's doing. That's now plugged in, so let's just turn it on and see what it's doing. If I find the switch. Where is it? Wait a minute. I knew it was there somewhere. Right, it's here. So, are you ready for this? So you see we've got nothing on the screen. And it sounds like the motherboard's working because it's donging like it should, but it's constantly donging. This is like the power supply is trying to power on and then powering off, powering on, powering off. It's like it's cut in a constant loop, basically. So what we're going to do, we're going to get this stripped down. Now, you know there's a CRT in this, so there's a lot of voltage. So first what we need to do is to discharge it. So we need to discharge the voltage from out of the monitor, etc. So we'll show you how to do that anyway. Just turn it off. Did you see that then? It flicked, so the screen is coming alive, so that's a good sign. So what we're going to do, we're going to get this stripped down, and then we're going to strip the analog board off, etc., and we're going to have a look at it, because the analog board on these has got the power supply built in it, and I know they've got reefer caps, you know those reefer caps that just blow up in smoke. So let's see what these reefer caps are like, because generally they're just knackered anyway, aren't they? So we'll have a look at them and see how it goes. So just listen to some music while I get this thing stripped down. Word of warning, before you strip one of these down, you need one of these, which is a really long T. I think it's T15, yeah, a T15, so you need a really long T15. Without this, you can't do this job, so you need a long T15 before you do this job, otherwise you will not get the screws out. There's only 5 screws on the back, so we'll crack on with that. Just listen to some music while we get it done. You can see in this case here, or whether you can see all that green there? That's corrosion, which has been along the side of this. So we'll have a look at that board as well, because it looks like it might be a bit corroded inside. So here's that analog board I was talking about. I'm being very careful here not to touch anything, because obviously these are very high voltage inside, hence that warning sign there. So we need to discharge that in a minute with a screwdriver. So you see here, there's some big caps here. And I can see straight away that this cap here is actually bulging. There's 2 caps, 3. There's 4 caps there that are bulging on the power supply. So I reckon that's going to be the problem. These 4 100 UF 200 volt caps are here are all bloody bulging, so I reckon that's a problem. And also I can see 1, 2 reefer caps there, which also don't look good. So what the plan is now, we'll get this discharged and we'll crack on with it and show you what it's like. So you see here now, I've got my screwdriver and I'm just going to discharge this. There you go, that should have discharged it now, because it's onto the earth there, you can see that. Now we touch that. There you go, it's discharged and safe. There, look, there's no power in there anymore. So now what we can do is we can take this analog board off. Now still going to be careful around these capacitors here. So what we have here, we have this cover here with these little plastic tabs. And what you do to get these off is you just push them in basically. So you just need a little screwdriver. And you got to push them from the other side actually. So you just push them in like that. And that will push this sheet off, which then, if you look on this sheet here, it tells you all the adjustments for the monitor. So you got the height adjusted there, the voltage, the width, the cutoff, the focus, etc. Of course here again, danger, high voltage. So next what we're going to do is to take this board out. And what we need to do first is we need to remove this here, because this earth here is onto that board. I'm still being very careful because there's still power in those capacitors probably. So what we're going to do is we're going to strip this down, we're going to put this back in here, because obviously I want to take this analog board off. There's some bad capacitors in there, and there's a connection down here, I don't know whether you can see, which plugs onto the main board. You see this connection here, that plugs onto the main board, so we need to remove that. Just gently pull that off. Pulling it by the connector, not the wires. There you go. There's also another connector here. Which goes to the back of the monitor. There's also another earth point here, which we just need to unscrew and pass to there, to that coil. And we'll put this screw back in here so we're not losing anything. So I think now, there's one more wire here as well, which has got a plug on it. So that's another wire there. Just trying to check the connectors as I do this. So now what we need to do is to just turn this around, carefully not to touch anything, and just undo these screws here which hold the board on. So that should allow us to remove the analog board then. Just like so. So there's the analog board removed. Got the high voltage input there for the monitor, which is no longer high voltage. So there you have the old analog board. Now you can see here, I don't know whether you can see, it's very hard to see, but most of these caps here actually gone. There's 1, 2, 3 there I can see. So we're going to end up replacing these. Also some reefer caps here that do not look good. We'll get a better picture of them soon. So that's the analog board out. Next, we're going to take the main board out as well. So it's just one connection here to unplug here, which goes to the floppy drive. And this should slide out. Look at that, easy as pie. So then the rest of it can go away where it's safe so the monitor doesn't get damaged. You can see now the board is very dusty. There is some slight corrosion along this side here, I can see. But what we'll do, we'll give that all a clean off. There's some corrosion here. Looks like it's been upgraded to 4 meg. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 megabyte there. We'll take them out and give them a clean off as well. Look underneath. Underneath looks good. Obviously, doesn't look bad at all. There's the old 68000 CPU, heart of the Amiga. So what we're going to do, like I say, we're going to take that off. We'll give it a clean. We'll give it a check over. See how it is. I can't really see much at the moment. If you see here though, there is a lot of corrosion around this chip here. So we're going to get this all cleaned up as well and see how it goes. Hopefully we'll get this thing going. I think we will. I think we'll have a chance. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move the camera overhead again now so we can just carry on working as we are. Okay, so we've got the mat board now. I'm going to start giving it a good clean off. Just going to get into everywhere with this brush. But what we're going to do today is we're going to mod this here so we can get power through the SCSI from an external SCSI to SD. So what we need to do is to desolder these two pads here on CR1 and actually place a diode in there. So like I said before, we're going to be putting a diode in there and that should give us a voltage output. It tells you which way the diode goes. It needs to go in that way like so. So that will go in there basically through those two holes there. But first we need to clean those two holes out. So what I'm going to do is put some low melt solder onto these. Like so. You can see there now that's soldered well. So welcome back. Today in Shed we'll work on this, the analog board for the Apple Mac. So we're going to be replacing these 4 capacitors here because it's hard to see on here, but you can see they are actually bezeled on the top like they've blown up, so we need to replace them. We also want to replace these 2 reefer caps here because looks like they've cracked. So I'll try to get some pictures up of them close up so you can see them on the screen now. But today, basically, we're going to be replacing these 4 caps here and these 2 here. So let's crack on with that. Now I'm hoping that has repaired this. Now we've replaced these 4 caps here and these 2 here, which were the paper caps which were about to explode. So we can actually put some of these in the testers and see if we can get anything out of them. I think the leads might be too short. Which I see. They're coming up damaged unknown parts, so I think they are well and truly knackered. So yeah, so none of those caps are actually reading. The 4 that I took out. So one last one here. Oh, damaged unknown part. So they don't actually work. So hopefully that was the main issue with a Mac, and it's going to turn on now. So let's get this built back together and we'll see how it goes. Now that should be okay to plug in, and I hope it doesn't go bang. So as you can see, we're ready to turn this on. I have to be very careful here because there's lots of live. Let's just sit here. So, oh, it's not beeping. Battery's not doing. Oh, there you go. Well, that's something different. Now hopefully I can fix that because I think it's a ROMs. Now I did happen to make 2 ROMs here, a low and a high. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get these installed. These are ones that I've flashed myself, and we will see if it works. So just bear with me while I get them changed over. So I pulled the ROMs. There they are. That's the original ROMs. And we're about to turn this on again to see what happens. So here you go. Wish me luck. That sounds better, doesn't it? That was a dong, but we got no image. We got a white screen. Come on, please. There you go. Floppy disk and a mouse pointer. Now, I know you can't see very good on the camera. It's flicking, but on here, it's very, very stable. And it's such a clear image. It's a very nice screen. That is great. So, looks like we've saved the Mac from going from Big Ben to one dong to booting. Then we just need to get a floppy disk and the keyboard and mouse, which is on its way to me now. Or it should be there here this week. And I carry on this week, give this board a clean, etc. Finish cleaning it up, get this Mac back together as it should be. And then we'll give it a full test. See how it goes. It's great when you fix something in it. So, welcome back. Today we're going to be working on this, the Apple keyboard. So, you see, it sounds lovely, doesn't it? So, but if you notice something about this, I don't know if you can see here, it's actually an AZERTY hoop. So, what we need to do is take all these keys off, give it a good clean. We'll clean it inside as well. And then we'll put them back on, but as close to QWERTY hoop as we can, so it'll work with the UK. So, let's see and crack on with this. So, changing the keys around is not helping. Because the way they are designed, it doesn't like swapping them. So unfortunately I had to build it as the Azerty hoop. I tried to change the keys around and it didn't work. So if you want to try to do that, it doesn't work. I thought I'd let you know. The keys seem to be molded in a certain way where you put the Q and W on and it goes at wonky angles, etc. So that's not going to work. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get the Mac back together and we're going to give it a test. So see you in a bit, guys. Now unfortunately I lost my sound here due to a technical error. I can't record it because the Mac's gone back to the guy. So what I've done a sort of voiceover as best as I can. Now what we've done is we've plugged the Mac up, we've put a boot disk in which he sent me, and we're going to turn it on to see if it boots. Also what I did is I modified the SCSI port to basically provide power through the SCSI port. This requires replacing a diode on the board into a place that didn't have a diode, and that allows you then to power off a SCSI device, which you can get like a SCSI device that plugs in the back with an SD card in. So that allows you to emulate a SCSI hard drive basically. So that is plugged in now and you should see it on the desktop appear. You know, you can see on the right hand side in a minute. When it loads, there you go, there's a SCSI device. Now I had to slow the shutter rate down on this, so if you notice that the hands are ghosting, etc., it's because I could capture a clearer image on the CRT, because you had to rate the shutter speed to the CRT so you didn't get a rolling image. So that was it, the Mac worked. It was great, fully working now, which is absolutely brilliant. So what we're going to do is we're just going to end this off now with a quick chat before I go, and I shall see you soon, guys. So welcome back. So there you go, my first Mac that I attempted to repair, and my first Mac repaired. So bonus. So a bit of news. Next week we're going to be back onto some PCBWay projects. I've got a smaller one coming next week for the Spectrum. Then after that we're going to be starting a huge Amiga project, which is a PCBWay project again. So thank you to PCBWay for sponsoring me again on this. Without this, I won't be able to do the videos I'm doing. So if you're new here and you like this video, then please hit the like and subscribe button. Comment down below, even if it's hello. I do like to get comments, and I do tend to reply to every single comment I can. I don't think there's any I've missed yet. If I have, then comment below to say I've missed your comment, and I will certainly get back to you. So I shall see you next time on Recto for You. See you later, guys. Bye.